gentlemen, a warm welcome to tonight's preliminary final between the APIA Leichhardt Tigers and the Blacktown.
Well, after a roller coaster ride that was the regular season, let us begin the thrills and spills of the finals with just 5 teams having a shot at the NPL New South Wales Men's Crown in 2019. Both APIA and Blacktown City FC have the chance to take a step forward in that pursuit here with victory tonight. Welcome to the preliminary semi-final at Lambert Park. Adam Santarossa here with you in commentary. Let's look at the lineups. We'll start with APIA Leichhardt. In goal for them, as always, is Ivan Achevsky, Paul Galimi, Josh Simmons, Chris Payne, Tynan Diaz, Corey Bixo, Franco Parisi, Sam McIlhatton, Temba Moatamalo, Sean Simmons will captain the side, and Adrian Uccino. Substitutes: Lachlan Hughes, Dom Nazrabadi, Michael Kuda, Nick Stavroulakis, and Luke Turnbull. Blacktown City FC, Tristan Prendergast in goal for them, Daniel Collins, Yanni Spirakis, Grant Lynch, Matt Lewis, Daniel Araujo, Joey Gibbs, Lachlan Campbell, Dakota Askew, Adam Berry, and Leroy Jennings completes their starting side. The bench tonight for Blacktown City: Dylan Niski, James Demetriou, Manny Gonzalez, Rhett Da Silva, and Mason Verzi. Mark Crittenden, of course, the man in charge.
And number 23, Nick Stavroulakis.
Katie Patterson has the referee duties tonight. And for those unfamiliar with how the finals format goes, Wollongong have the week off and they will await the winner of this one Wednesday night at Wynn Stadium. Wollongong will play tonight's victor. Winner of that will go straight to the grand final. Loser tonight, it is elimination if they lose next week. This is their chance. It's do or die after tonight for one of these sides. There hasn't been too much between them in 2019 or, in fact, the last 5 years. They always seem to be in the picture when it comes to deciding the champions. APIA have come close. 2 grand finals in recent seasons. Blacktown, well, they know a thing or two about championships. Haven't been in a grand final for a couple of years. They want to take a step back there. It all starts again tonight. Underway here at Lambert Park. APIA in their familiar home kit. Blacktown, the change kit, as Chris Payne's off and running early. Will be some nerves around. This is a big occasion, of course. It is not elimination for the loser, but both sides wanting to win. They would be just 90 minutes from a grand final. It's Chris Payne with a spirited challenge early on. We did go to penalties in the under-20 game preceding this one. Sydney FC winning there. We went to extra time in our elimination semi-final. For those that haven't caught up, Sydney United 2, Marconi 0 after extra time. Patrick Antelmi scored both goals, so loser tonight will play Sydney United on Wednesday night. But expecting a cracker here. We may need more than 92. If it is level after 90 minutes, we'll go to extra time and penalties if needed. Galimi wins a strong header. Get back here from Simmons. Parisi. APIA looking in the groove early. It may open up here for Chris Payne. Spirakis clears well. Bit of a mix-up defensively. Gibbs goes to the deck. Simmons. Here is Galimi. Parisi. Nice feet. They look on in the opening 90 seconds. APIA, can they strike an early blow? Parisi. Payne with room to move. Shooting, Chris Payne. Oh, I'll tell you what. It wasn't too far away. And they have come flying out of the blocks, APIA. And a man that has 21 goals in the regular season. He looks in some goal-scoring form here tonight. And you don't want to give him a look like that because he very nearly made Blacktown pay the price. As Lynch plays out from the back. The two sides, well, their clashes in the regular season ended in 1-1 draws. So not a heap of goals when these two come together, but they have played some epics in recent seasons, FFA Cup included. Could we be in for another tonight? APIA certainly look like they've settled the best. Good news for APIA. Chris Payne is banging them in at the right time of year. Nice feet from Berry. Gibbs closely marshalled by Moatamalo. Parisi in some space. Tried to leave it for Payne. They just look a little rattled, Blacktown. Here's Collins. Good vision to pick out Campbell. He's got a job to do defensively tonight against that man, Sean Simmons. Does like to get involved in an attacking sense to Lachlan Campbell, but I don't think we'll see too much of it tonight. Chance for Blacktown. Gibbs in the middle. He's the target. Josh Simmons clears though for the Tigers. Here's Collins now. Delivery searching for Payne. Cries of handball. Simmons lost his footing. Sean Simmons tries to find the run of Payne. Prendergast rides his luck and to push in the back two from Payne, and might get a talking to from Katie Patterson for that. Fortunately for APIA, Josh Simmons on a dewy night here at Lambert Park lost his footing but didn't quite strike the hand. Here's Spirakis, watch for that long ball. Trying to find the angled run, Leroy Jennings that time. Parisi. Spirakis steps up, sees off the danger. Now the pass is starting to come together for Blacktown. Haven't been allowed to settle. Have been harassed early from APIA. Again, it's a long ball. Again, Jennings on the chase. Galimi have to do defensive work. Nichevsky gets across and helps him out. I mentioned average of just over 1.5 goals a game when these two get together, so we're not expecting a 4-all draw or anything like that. It'll be a cagey affair, limited chances that, as we've learned in finals throughout the years, you do have to take. And here's Collins. Space in midfield for Blacktown. Spirakis. Campbell. Daniel Araujo is an important inclusion tonight for Blacktown. Just adds a little bit of class in midfield. Mason Verzi moves to the bench. It does allow them the luxury of bringing him on late in the game, add a bit of spark. His pace too is a real asset late on when players are tiring. Here's Payne. Gives Bixo something to chase. Can he kill it with the first touch? He can do better than that. Now he'll fashion a shot, Bixo. Across the face it goes. Simmons was in space, but just couldn't find the pass. In fact, it was deflected, so a corner. First set piece of the night for the Tigers. They've come the closest. Chris Payne within an inch or two of finding the top corner in the opening couple of minutes. Now they'll look to apply the pressure again. Simmons goes to the far post. Prendergast forced to punch. Diaz will try it on the follow-up. Good save from Prendergast. It was needed too. And Tynan Diaz, his first thought was shoot. Needed a good save to keep it out. The second time they have come close to opening the scoring. Prendergast out again, punching again. Diaz might size it up himself. Payne puts it in the mixer. Josh Simmons is there. Again, the pressure starting to mount on the Blacktown defence. Payne got 2 to beat, comes all the way through. And they concede the corner in the end. Askew's skewed clearance. The corner's starting to mount early for the home side. Healthy crowd in tonight at Lambert Park. Beautiful day here in Sydney. Makes for pretty ideal conditions for tonight's final. Go near post this time. Head on's a good one. Josh Simmons was there. Just wouldn't sit, but take two for APIA. Diaz's delivery. Comes all the way. Parisi a chance. Made good connection, but just couldn't quite direct it on goal. And a pretty lively 8.5 minutes here at Lambert Park tonight so far. Blacktown City's defence have had some work to do so far tonight. Conceded just 24 goals this season. That's 4 less than APIA. Don't give up too many. They're a little loose at the moment though. They are up against one of the most lethal front lines in the competition. Scored 11 more goals than Blacktown APIA this year. No surprise, they are creating the chances. They have to be careful here though. Josh Simmons works it out with McIlhatton. Now Uchino thumps it long and Payne's off and running. And even he won't have the legs to reel this one in. Gibbs has looked a little isolated so far tonight. He's relying on that support of Araujo and Leroy Jennings. Bixo. They have clicked in again nicely, APIA. Both sides haven't had great results in the last fortnight, but they've been assured of second and third spot for a while, so they took the opportunity to rest some players. Those in card trouble and with a few niggles. Here is Galimi. Simmons wanted his defender to run on, but Blacktown had players there in number. That one comes close to our commentary position here in the Joe Marston stand. They did meet just a few weeks ago in round 18. The game largely dominated by Blacktown. Chris Payne did hit the crossbar late though. He could have taken all 3 points. Lynch has got work to do. Again, it's Payne harassing him. Campbell. Spirakis switches the perspective this time. Collins. You're just tuning in. Pretty eventful opening 11 minutes here at Lambert Park. It is APIA 0, Blacktown City FC 0. Adam Santarossa here with you. Thanks for your company on this Saturday evening. Here's Berry. Interesting if APIA can keep up this intensity for the 90 minutes. They've come out pressing high. It's been an energetic start, but can they keep that up across the 90 minutes with that finals intensity? Turned over again in midfield. Uchino has to be smart. McIlhatton helps him out. Playing advantage to Blacktown. Chance for them to create something. Gibbs a target again. They'll win a corner. This was the avenue to goal at Lilyholme Stadium 4 weeks ago when they met. Grant Lynch headed home from a set piece. Look for the big number 5 to have an impact again. He's often the target. Go near post this time, bobbing around. Lynch is there. A huge chance for Blacktown. Deflected out for a corner. APIA just threw bodies in the way. That was a golden chance. The man we just spoke of. And they will have to get organised because Blacktown will have it once more. They are a little undersized, APIA, against this Blacktown side. So APIA have had the pressure early. Blacktown applying it here though. Corner kept in by Lynch. Oh, fumbled by Nachevsky. Huge chance here, off the line. Just escaped again. And the tide's starting to turn here at Lambert Park. It's a set piece, causing problems at both ends, it should be said. Both keepers have had some fumbles. That's what nerves can do in a big semi-final stage. APIA looking a little nervy defensively at the moment. Good delivery once again. Kalimi though, powering a header clear. Berry. Collins helps it on. Askew. Numbers here at the edge of the area. Lachlan Campbell was awaiting. Throw will go to Blacktown. Gibbs the target. Crying out for support, but can only find the run of Sean Simmons. Parisi. Now, Payne turns provider. Simmons, McIlhatton, most advanced for the Tigers. Nice feet from the midfielder. Now we look to find an option. Whips in the cross. Nice vision shown. Parisi's peeled off. Can strike it from distance. Simmons, a target on the far post, but not quite what the APIA captain wanted at that moment. So pretty eventful first quarter of an hour here. Chris Payne went within an inch of opening the scoring in the first 90 seconds. 90 seconds ago it was Blacktown getting their attempt cleared off the line. We'll have to get it right there, Grant Lynch. They are under attack once more, Blacktown. Chris Payne, he just causes heart palpitations, doesn't he, when he's around the ball. For defenders anyway. Think about the gap he's had to fill this season in terms of goals. No Jordan Murray, no Kazuki Sakia. He's done a pretty good job. 21 this season. Handball will cruel that attack. I mentioned the mixed form of Blacktown in the last fortnight. They lost to Marconi 2-0, draw with Hakoa last weekend, but of course, as I said, they were resting some players. Some of those in card trouble, some with niggling injuries. The real form guide is round 20. Defeated Wollongong 2-0, ending the Wolves' 5-game winning streak. And that will really give them some confidence in this finals campaign. Here's Lynch for the visitors. Adam Berry. It's the harassment again in midfield, not just giving any time to Blacktown. Haven't seen Berry and Co on the ball. Spirakis. Leroy Jennings dropping deep to help out his midfield. Berry again. Araujo. First time we've really seen the number 8 get on the ball. Jennings too. those that want to get more involved for Blacktown. Berry in space again. They don't want to leave him out with the ball at his feet. Good delivery once more, but Lechevsky off his line. Read it well, the keeper. The game has settled down in its rhythm. Bixo doing it between he and Payne. We know the pace he possesses. The APIA number 8. Good work defensively, backtracking Araujo. Now Jennings with something to chase. He does have good pace, but Galemi putting up a fight. Waits for support to arrive. Leroy Jennings, he can come up with a spectacular. He's won a throw this time. Collins works it well. Jennings, was he fouled? He was. Here's an opportunity for them. Again, it's the set piece. Again, watch for that run of the number 5, Grant Lynch. Almost went to script. APIA got bodies in the way. So Berry to take. Look for the runs of Campbell and Lynch at the far post. Joey Gibbs too can power home a header as well when asked upon. Big moment early in this one. Good delivery. Here's Campbell at the far post. Winning it again. They cry for a corner, but Katie Patterson says goal kick. Mark Crittenden out in his technical area again. He wouldn't be too happy with this opening 20 minutes. APIA certainly the better 12 or so minutes, but his team has settled down. Now creating chances of their own. Said going in, it's got a real feel of not too many goals. If I was a betting man, I would have said going in probably extra time and penalties. It's just got that feel to it. We've already had extra time in that early game, the elimination semi-final. If you haven't caught up with the results, Sydney United 2, Marconi 0. Patrick Anselmi with both goals. We needed penalties in the earlier under-20s game. Could be in for a long night. Well, can Blacktown change that? Matt Lewis can't reel that one in. Don't forget, you can see every single second of the NPL finals, both men's, women's, under-20s, right where you're watching this one. NPL New South Wales Facebook, Football New South Wales YouTube. Of course, culminates in that grand final, Bankwest Stadium, August 31. You can get your tickets now at Ticketek. Early bird prices. So get in there, get organised, get your tickets as Spirakis. He has to get organised. Kept his cool under the threat of Parisi. Lynch. Overcooked that ball. Matt Lewis. Not for the first time tonight. He hasn't had the greatest service out wide. Collins. Good vision shown. Pick out Jennings. Well, he tried to dink on the inside. Goes to the right. Jennings goes down in the area. Galemi had to get the ball, and Katie Patterson satisfied he did that. Simmons. Nice vision from Payne. Parisi. Pick out Simmons down the flank. He does have it, the APIA captain. Can he provide the service? Needed to be better. Campbell hurried it along nicely when he needed to. Chance to break away. Again, Jennings, the target for Blacktown. Looks as though they've identified a speed advantage, perhaps for Jennings, up against Galimi. Spirakis. Campbell. Jennings, was he fouled? Yes, says referee Patterson. So another set piece opportunity for the visitors. They'll be happy with the service provided by Adam Berry tonight. And they do have some exponents a little closer to goal. Joey Gibbs can certainly put him in the top corner if presented with an opportunity. It's Berry over this one. Can they go to the far post? Lynch on the scene. They went it in the air. It was Joey Gibbs, in fact. Just couldn't direct it on the goal of Nichevsky. And for all of APIA's success early, you feel Blacktown bettering things, at least at the moment. Riders joining us. It is APIA Leichhardt 0, Blacktown City FC 0. The preliminary semi-final. Adam Santarossi here with you in commentary. Find a comfy spot and settle in, because it could be here a while, if not in the 90, extra time and penalties. Guatemala put under pressure, but takes the safety first option. Gibbs drops deep. Berry. Is that a foul on Araujo? Yes. Guatemala the culprit that time. Spirakis. Campbell. One thing they are doing rather well, Blacktown, at the moment, they're keeping Sean Simmons accountable defensively, which is limiting his ability to get forward and help out the likes of Chris Payne and Franco Parisi. Galimi wins the header again. Jennings fighting to win back possession. Galimi hands it back though, however. Well done from Berry. Skipped his way past McIlhatton. Doesn't have an option to go to. Hands it back to the Tigers, and they can break in number. Uchino has support. Trying to play the perfect pass to Payne. Better option perhaps was Bixo next to him. Sloppy again, playing out of their own end, Blacktown. Free kick. Go the way of the Tigers. It was a foul on Paul Galimi. Parisi wants to get a move on. Blacktown not watching the ball. Oh, Prendergast is crunched unfairly in the end from Chris Payne. Not for the first time. Those two have come together tonight. Turned over once more. Matt Lewis guilty that time. Bixo, he's got support in the middle. Can he pick someone out? Oh, Chris Payne is there. Nearly ended in the bottom corner. Spirakis was looking to clear. Payne came sliding in. Only needed a touch, but thankfully for Blacktown, their luck was in. They are moving dangerously, Blacktown. 3 or 4 times tonight. Just handed it straight back to APIA in that final third. It hasn't cost them yet. These sides do have a history in finals. Quite a rivalry too. Blacktown premiers in 2015. It was APIA runners-up to them that year. APIA premiers 2017. It was Blacktown runners-up in that year. So they have a habit of showdowns at the big stage. We've got an FFA Cup round of 16 clash as well a couple of seasons ago. So don't underestimate, shall we say, the competitive interest between these players. There's some big rivalries out there. Plenty of feeling too. What you'd expect in a final. Here's Joey Gibbs. Hasn't had too many opportunities. Fighting past 2 APIA players. Josh Simmons won it back, but worked its way back to Blacktown City FC. Jennings on a chase again. Was he fouled by Galimi? No, says referee Patterson. And Galimi can chalk up a nice win there in that battle. So we've hit the half-hour mark here at Lambert Park tonight. If you're just tuning in, Blacktown City FC 0, APIA Leichhardt 0. Both have had their chances. Chris Payne, a golden one that he sent just wide. Well, Blacktown had an opportunity cleared off the line. It's those half chances you do need to take in finals. Game has tightened a little, very open in the first 15 minutes, but since then, both sides have just quelled the attacking forays. Josh Simmons under the pressure of Araujo. And he wins it well, the Blacktown man. Simmons puts it out for a throw, and Payne knew exactly what he was doing. Rather cheeky from the number 6 for APIA, as he's known. Araujo tries to find Gibbs. Did find the 9, in fact. Flag stays down. Here's an opportunity for Blacktown. Araujo into the area. Can he find a teammate? It's across the face again. Simmons will tidy up for the Tigers. Campbell thought he was fouled. APIA player down. Josh Simmons, I think it is. Is in fact. So hopefully nothing too serious. Just looking at their options defensively. Lachlan Hughes, Michael Cooter as well. Maybe even Nick Stavroulakis play that holding role in midfield. And it's not good news. The signal to the bench is we'll need to change it. That would be quite a blow. Well, it's Josh Simmons who scored in round 18 when these two sides last met, a 1-1 draw. Looks like it's a Left knee injury. Well, the trainer gave the universal sign for substitution. He's to his feet now. Remains to be seen whether he'll soldier on or will they make a change. Mention the options they do have. Michael Kuda is one of them. Would force a bit of a reshuffle, but they do have poor Galimi to call upon. It looks as though Michael Kuda is the man that's going to come on. So he would go to left back. Galimi would slide into central defence where Josh Simmons is playing, and they are going to make the change. So that is a blow for APIA. Not good news. Has had a hamstring injury in recent weeks, Josh Simmons. We'll try and get our spies onto that one. As he comes past our broadcast position, it certainly looks like it's that hamstring again. So Michael Kuda checks in a little earlier than he thought he would. Blacktown on the attack. That's cute. Adam Berry now. So need to get a tighter grip on him. APIA does have a lot of time on the ball. That press of APIA not quite as evident as it was in that opening 10 or so minutes. Collins put Prendergast under a little bit of pressure. Oh, Payne trying to be a menace. Kuda's first touch. Wins it well in the air. So too does Joey Gibbs. Now Jennings loves to have the ball at his feet. Askew has got a race to keep this one in. Will he win the race? He's done well to get there, but just a goal kick. Haven't seen him inject himself too much, Dakota Askew. Does provide great delivery from out wide. May even see him switch flanks perhaps. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half here at Lambert Park. No goals as yet. Sean Simmons guilty of trying to promote the throwing position, and Mark Crittenden keeping APIA to task. Uchino. Muatamalo. Here's Bixo. Had some heat on that ball, controlled it well. Sure touch as always from the former Futsuru. Here's Galimi. Muatamalo. Bixo fighting to win it. Did a good job, was fouled in the process. Taken quickly. Sean Simmons the target. Now Kuda. Those options centrally. Parisi one of them. Can play a pass. Good vision to find the run of Kuda.
Blacktown crew contend with. Lucino's delivery. Overtook that one. Not clear for now. Nice work. In the end. Tomorrow, can't find an APIA teammate. There's no foul for Blacktown. Marvin's got his foul back. Just playing advantage. That's cute. Nice one from Barrett. Around Cute. Trying to get some touches. Gibbs ready to move on the edge of the area. Campbell joins the attack. They find a team. Gibbs was the target, but well scouted. Looking out to attack the ball.
Spirakis, nice vision shown. Can Blacktown strike before the break? Gibbs will be the target once more. Jennings a chance at the far post. He won the header. Just couldn't direct it on goal. Apologies for that loss of commentary there at the last minute or so. We are back now. Free kick will go to Blacktown. For Blacktown, they've certainly enjoyed the better of the last 10 or 15 minutes. It hasn't come with clear-cut opportunities, but they keep chipping away. You sense one will present itself soon enough. Perhaps Brunichevsky fumbles, not for the first time tonight. Spirakis thought he was fouled. Parisi. Sean Simmons. Both managers would take a nil or draw at the break. Both have had their moments, but both will want to get in and talk it over, tighten things up a little. Askew fouled. Fouls starting to mount for both sides. No cards as yet. Paul Galimi marshalling the troops in the area. Wants them to be organised. Mentioned earlier, they are undersized. Delivery to the near post. Nichevsky has to scramble. It came off an APIA head. Will be a corner. Just Over 2 minutes of time remaining for the halftime break here at Lambert Park. No goals as yet. Blacktown mounting some pressure. Delivery's good again. Chesky doesn't get there. Chance for Berry to put them under pressure once more. Nice use of the body from Uchino. Comes back to Berry. Nice turn from Jennings. Askew has switched flanks. Try and get more involved. Oh, he's fouled there from Kuda. It's an opportunity now. Keeping the stats man busy. At least in the set piece column so far. Taken quickly. Berry into the area. Askew settles himself. Fires it in. All APIA there though. Here's Spirakis. Askew might try his luck. Thought he would. Tries to find Spirakis. It might sit up here for the defender. Still not clear. Another corner. Unselfish from Dakota Askew. Has got a fine shot on him. Trying to play the little dink to Spirakis, who found himself further afield than we normally do. So tense stuff for the APIA supporters here at Lambert Park tonight. Fourth official has the board in hand. Delivery's good once again. Lynch in the air. Nachevsky makes a save this time. Lewis got enough on that one. Araujo put the body on the line, but both looked at it. Araujo and Dakota Askew. Parisi. What APIA do so well, they can make you pay. 1 minute of time added on, so almost to the break here in our preliminary semi-final.
Fourth official indicated there'll be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
Maitamalo. McIlhatton can only hand it back to Collins. Askew gives the target. Well won by Galimi. Pick of their defenders so far, and has been down the flank and also centrally. Intelligent ball there from Campbell. Didn't go all the way through to Gibbs, and time is just about up in the first half at Lambert Park. A look at the watch from Katie Patterson. I don't think we'll have too much time to go. There you have it. Time to talk it over. The first 45 minutes is done here at Lambert Park, and it was a half that presented opportunities for both sides. Chris Payne had probably the best chance in the opening 2.5 minutes. It went inches wide, while at the other end, Blacktown, they had an opportunity cleared off the line. It's been half chances since then, no one able to take theirs. At half time here at Lambert Park, it is APIA Leichhardt 0, Blacktown City FC 0.
There is no park.
There is one. It's only a few, so they all fill up pretty quickly.
No, but by Wollongong you won't have any problem at all.
Yes, hello, welcome back to Lambert Park for the preliminary semi-final. APIA Leichhardt and Blacktown City FC 0-0 at half-time. Not a great deal of chances at both ends. Chris Payne the best of them. Blacktown did have opportunities as well, cleared off the line by APIA. Both keepers a little nervy on set pieces too. And as I said in the first half, it's what finals brings. Tense moments, plenty of nerves. Who can stay the coolest under the pressure? Underway in the second half. 45 minutes remain to decide this one in normal time. Who's got a date with the Wollongong Wolves on Wednesday night at Wynn Stadium, and who will be playing elimination football from next week on. Sean Simmons finds Payne. Nice turn from the striker. Tries to work onto that right boot. McIlhatton. Here's Diaz now. Fast start again from the Tigers. Oh, allowed to go across the face. Dangerous stuff that. Same story as we saw in the first half. APIA came flying out of the blocks. Their best chance came about 2 minutes in. On the 45 minutes though, probably would give the points to Blacktown. Leroy Jennings doing defensive work. Hands it straight back to APIA. McIlhatton thought he might try his luck. Going to try it on the left. Dipping. Would it take something from that kind of range? You wonder if there is perhaps a little bit more pressure on APIA, finishing second on the table. They've made the last two grand finals. Haven't won a championship just yet. Simmons, Parisi, Uchino. Simmons, nice touch. Brilliant from APIA. Bixo hits the bar. Well, what a goal that would have been. Putting the passes together, and Corey Bixo nearly with a stunning finish. Woodwork denies us our opener. Now Gibbs fighting with Moatamalo. Cool work at the back from the defender. Put Uchino under a little bit of duress. Bixo. Long ball, setting Lynch v Payne. Payne's going to win the race. Cushions it well with the header. Chance here for APIA. Was getting bodied off the ball from the bulkier Grant Lynch. Tynan Diaz has to mop up. It's the first time we're really seeing APIA put the passes together. As I say that, they turn possession over rather sloppily. No free kick. Mark Crittenden not happy with the decision. We'll get one now though, APIA. They have had to make that change too. If you're just joining us, Josh Simmons forced to go off through injury, recurrence of that hamstring injury. So Michael Kuda has come to left back, pushing Paul Galimi a little more central. It's the luxury APIA do have defensively. Parisi finds Simmons. It's Kuda turning here, wants a free kick, but Katie Patterson well placed. She says we'll have a throw. Riders joining us too, and you missed the earlier semi-final, the elimination final between Sydney United and Marconi. It was Sydney United prevailing 2-0 after extra time. Patrick Anselmi with both. So they await the loser of this one next weekend at either Lambert Park or Lilyholme Stadium. The winner tonight, as I mentioned a few moments ago, well, they head to Wollongong on Wednesday night. Here's Gibbs. Fighting for this one. Leroy Jennings, in fact. We haven't seen too much of both he and Daniel Araujo inject themselves on the game, and that's probably a credit to APIA's defence. Simmons. Oh, important touch there from Spidakis. Chris Payne was through on goal if he didn't. Big so. Payne often chasing as well. The ball from Parisi, but Matt Lewis beat him to it. Mr. Reliable doing the job so far tonight. Araujo fouling McKill Hatton, the two former Sydney FC youth players. And you wonder when Mark Crittenden may go to the bench. I think it's fairly certain we're going to see the likes of Mason Verzi at some point. Careless playing out of the back though from APIA. Araujo's picked the pocket. Spidakis. Gibbs in space. Has support in the middle. Go on his own, the number 9. Campbell looking to cross. They'll get a corner. They haven't looked all that composed at times from the set piece, APIA. Again, Grant Lynch in the number 5 will be the target. Gibbs as well. Don't discount Yanni Spidakis. Drilled to the near post, all the way to Jennings. Spidakis there, still bobbing around. Campbell going to try it. Spidakis again for the second time. Must go in, surely. It's ping-ponged around the area, and somehow APIA get it clear. And Yanni Spidakis had 2 good looks at it. Leroy Jennings as well. They will be thanking their lucky stars as Parisi. Ice cool. At a pressure moment. Both sides applying pressure. Neither able to open the score sheet just yet. It's unlike APIA. 3rd or 4th time tonight. They've been a little scrappy from the set piece. They haven't got it clear, and they really should have paid the price there. Here's Lewis. Gibbs. Araujo starting to make things tick. Collins. Plenty of room in midfield. Campbell going to strike it. Going wide though. Can't force the save from the Chevsky, but it's been a familiar sight in 2019. Campbell joining the attack. Didn't see much of it in the first half, but Sean Simmons will have to be mindful of his defensive duties also. If you are just tuning in, APIA 0, Blacktown City FC 0. They don't score a lot of goals when these two come together. We could be in for extra time and penalties if they don't find one in this second half. Jennings loves to drive at defenders. Jinks onto the right. Still there for Jennings. Thought he might try his luck. Gifted it back to the Tigers. One of those X factors Blacktown have in their side. McIlhatton to the rescue of his defence again. Here's Nachevsky. McIlhatton turned over again. Campbell surging forward. Try to play the ball to Daniel Araujo. Now APIA can go and try something the other end. Bixo does the same. Careless in possession, both sides. Bixo again. They are running the risk, Blacktown. Simmons thought he might size it up. Might get it back here. Lovely play again from APIA. Bixo and Simmons. Thankfully for Blacktown, they pinched it off the foot of the APIA number 16. They have a corner though to contend with. Really unlike both defences to turn over possession so frequently when coming out of their own end. Uchino's delivery. Campbell again wins the header. Very good. Araujo, it's 1-on-3, but support's coming. Yanni Spirakis steamrolling down the field. Can Araujo find him? Good ball. Spirakis was intelligent. He tried to find Berry with a return pass, but needed to be perfect, and pass let him down. And these are the moments that matter though. That final ball. Betraying both teams so far tonight. Here's Uchino. Simmons. Parisi. Nice feet, but McIlhatton overran it. Araujo wins it back for Blacktown. And all comes to nothing once again. No surprise it is Chris Payne proving the most dangerous for APIA. 21 goals this season, just one short of the Golden Boot. He has scored 5 in his last 5 games. And he has looked up for it tonight. Had 1 or 2 looks at goal and hasn't been too far away. And trying to help APIA to their 6th NPL title. And as I mentioned earlier, had some chances. Perhaps another here for Payne. It's been a couple of seasons of hurt. They've watched others lift the title. They want to change that in 2019 as Araujo starting to make things tick for Blacktown. Turns it over this time. Well done from Michael Kuda, who has ejected himself rather well after coming off the bench. Parisi. Lovely vision again. Payne in behind. Flag stays down. He'll have to do it on his own. And he does well to win a corner. Franco Parisi. It's those touches on the ball that prove all the difference, and his experience so vital this time of the season. Largely unfazed by pressure, having done it all in this competition. Can he find a goal here as the wait stretches on at Lambert Park for our opener? APIA on the attack again. It came all the way to Galimi. Couldn't direct his header on goal though. Ooh, Collins crunched by Euchino, but I was going to say he won the ball, but Katie Patterson said no. Riders tuning in, thanks for your company tonight. Those have been with us since kickoff. Don't go anywhere. Find a comfy spot, because if you're a regular viewer of the NPL New South Wales, you know anything can happen at any time. This game's got to feel that it's about to break open. Adam Santarossa here with you. Now we have many tuning in from all over the globe. Many from much warmer climates than we're experiencing tonight, but it is a beautiful night at Lambert Park, considering recent weeks. Nice work from Adam Berry. Campbell gets to the byline. Last touch was from an APIA player. They'll get another corner. Five or six times they've come close last time out. They just needed someone to get the final touch and steer it past Nichevsky. 2 or 3 chances to do that. Half an hour remains at Lambert Park. Is this the moment for Blacktown to strike? Nichevsky punching again. Spirakis deflected. We'll have another corner. Rescue's delivery has been top class. He goes short this time, and how's that for the commentator's curse? Not on that occasion from the Blacktown man. And you wonder when Blacktown may go to their bench to have some options in James Demetriou. Mason Verzi also, while APIA, maybe someone like Dom Nazrabadi to get a bit of energy into their proceedings. Parisi turned well, but pass went straight to Blacktown. Maybe a race on to keep this one in from Tynan Diaz. It would have been a corner. Last touch was off Payne, but Diaz just thumps it, and there's no one really on the end of it. Spirakis under the pressure of Simmons. Jennings, flag up for offside. I'm sure the Wolves players are watching on, awaiting their opponent on Wednesday night. The winner of that game will book their place in the grand final on August 31. Of course, at Bankwest Stadium. Get your tickets now from Ticketek. Early bird offer is in place, so you are encouraged to get them early, grab your seat. And what an occasion it'll be, the first ever competitive football game at Bankwest Stadium, the NPL New South Wales final for 2019. Plenty of water to go under the bridge before we get there though. Is that a free kick? No. Euchino forced to hustle. Here's Moatamalo. Parisi turns past two Blacktown players, clearly fouled. Adam Berry it was. Credit to Katie Patterson. She has kept the cards in the pocket. They can be cruel at this time of year. Cards do reset for the finals, but we have had players miss grand finals and big moments due to card problems. Gibbs goes to the ground with Uchino, playing on. Lynch now for Blacktown. Blacktown have the edge. APIA again came out firing since the break, but Jennings fighting to win back past Diaz. These 50-50 challenges all of a sudden going the way of the visitors. Often in finals, it's about want. Effort can prove the difference. Here's Berry. Spirakis starting to step up and pull the strings. Trying to play the perfect pass, and he might pay the price because APIA are away on the break. McIlhatton needed to play the feeder price. Payne, I should say. Does love to sit on that last man, Chris Payne. And Blacktown are going to make a change. It's going to be Mason Versey to come on. We've really liked what he's injected in recent weeks for Blacktown. Had a lot of cameos off the bench this year, but when he was moved into the starting side, not only did he score goals, but he just added a point of difference to their attack. Can he do that here? Lewis searching for Gibbs or APIA. Here's Collins. Berry. There's Uchino all over the back of him. Campbell looks to drive forward. Matt Lewis. Askew. Collins. Heavy touch. Thought he might have a pop from range. Jennings. Touch let him down. Lewis going shoulder to shoulder with Bixo. Jennings fouled. Chance to make that change now for Blacktown. There will be Versey to come on. It's going to be Lachlan Campbell to make way, so it's an attacker for a defender, and that'll obviously force a bit of a reshuffle. So Lachlan Campbell checks out, who's been pretty good tonight. So Dakota Askew is going to switch flanks. Versey onto the left, Askew onto the right. Replace Campbell at right back. So Versey's first touch will be to take this free kick. Can he find a teammate? He finds the head of Uchino and all comes to nothing. So the plot thickens here at Lambert Park. We're still away to goal. It's been 0-0. Both have had chances. APIA the best. Corey Bixo hitting the bar. Don't underestimate the part luck plays in the finals. Sometimes it's in, sometimes it isn't. It's Blacktown in the ascendancy though, it seems. Berry. Wide for Askew. Versey. Two to contend with. Can't win the battle. Wins the throw though. Third touch for Verzi since coming on. He's getting himself about. It's that injection I spoke of earlier. Spirakis. Whipped in. Dangerous area. Jennings was the target. Verzi went down off the ball. Asking the question of referee Patterson, but all looked a little innocuous in the end. Well, the under-20s game preceding this went to extra time and penalties. We are quickly closing in on that if this scoreline remains as it is. Here is Lynch. Gibbs been closely marshalled all night. Hasn't had too many looks at goal, but he's that player. He only needs one. Spirakis. Still no real movement on the APIA bench. Again, two players across to deal with Verzi. Nice exchange between Lewis and Collins. Guatemala steps up and wins it for APIA. Been very good tonight. Had to fight for his place at times this season, but he's made an impression in his duties so far tonight. He's Payne. Has Simmons at the far post, but Matt Lewis dealt with that one. That's a free kick. McIlhatton on Verzi. It looks like Lachlan Hughes might be the man getting the call for the Tigers. Already have forced into one change. Josh Simmons off injured. That's what brought Michael Cooter onto the pitch. There's no splitting them in the regular season. A pair of 1-1 draws when these two got together. No splitting them at the moment. You wonder when they may look to chance their arm. They can attack with the thought that it isn't an elimination final. They will live to fight another day. But they do want to book their place in Wollongong on Wednesday night. Jennings turned the tide. Skips past a couple. Didn't have the delivery though. One seeming being a little unselfish. Sorry, should I say a little selfish, Leroy Jennings. He can beat a defender one-on-one. I'd love to see him just go to goal himself. Those moments of magic sometimes in games like this. Someone just has to pull out something special. Can be a player to do that. Here's Diaz. In the direction of Payne. Lynch winning the aerial battle again. Free kick. Corey Bixo, the man to be fouled. Parisi tries to catch them napping. Cool at the back though. Tristan Prendergast. Hasn't had to do a ton of work tonight. Post has come to his rescue. It's up here on the attack again. Parisi with it. Bixo uses his pace. Chance here. Blacktown got enough in the way. Araya won it back. This game will open up as players tire as Franco Parisi's a little slow in back play to get to his feet again. Simmons couldn't find him with that pass. Gibbs wins the throw. Is that the man perhaps to make way? Franco Parisi. Maybe they look at Dom Nasrabadi youngster with a bit of pace. Askew just cushions it back to Lynch. Verzi certainly thrown himself about since coming on. Don't know how much of the ball Corey Bixo got there. It's the question Mason Verzi is asking. Verzi wants a throw. We'll go to Blacktown. This is the scout both sides want. I mentioned before the rivalry that exists between these two sides. They've tussled in the finals in recent seasons. Some historic NPL New South Wales men's moments. This one's up for grabs. Berry, Verzi rides the challenge, gets into the area. Well done by Tynan Diaz. Has he had to concede the corner? He has. So it's another set piece for them to contend with. Ticking into the half-hour mark here in the second half. If you are a recent joinee, APIA 0, Blacktown City FC 0. Last time they met in round 18, both goals came from corners. He's at the route to goal here. Parisi gets the block in on the near post. Here's Lynch now. Press came from Simmons. Wanting a free kick, Gibbs, but Berry has it. Lovely vision too. Find the outstretched boot of Dakota Askew. Again, they have to concede a corner. The Blacktown City FC are the ones providing the attack. Waitamalo v Lynch. It's the battle to watch. Lynch who headed home last time out for them. They go in that direction. Sean Simmons doing the job defensively. Here's Askew. It's Corey Bixo down. Clutching at his head. I think there was a clash of heads when competing for the ball. Opportunity to remind you of a couple of things. Firstly, every game in the NPL New South Wales, men's, women's and under-20s, you can tune in and see them exactly where you're watching this one. The NPL New South Wales Facebook page, Football New South Wales YouTube. And a reminder too of that big date. The men's NPL New South Wales competition concludes August 31 at Bankwest Stadium. Grab your tickets now from Ticketek. There is an early bird offer in place, so do get yourself organised, snatch them up. Make sure you're there for what will be a historic occasion, the first competitive game of football to be played at Bankwest Stadium. And how amazing is it that it will be in the NPL New South Wales? Who will it be? Well, the first tale in deciding that is here tonight. And we haven't decided a winner just yet. You sense goals are at a premium tonight. It may just be only one that does it. Blacktown looking the more likely corner count increasing all the time. They haven't done too much with it to this point. Araujo, nice work between he and Askew. Payne doing the defensive work. He just bullets that one clear of danger. You wonder when APIA will go to their bench. It's look like they're lacking a bit of energy at the moment. Long ball for Payne to chase, but where they've unlocked Blacktown is when they've played defeat. Saw them ping the passes between Simmons, Parisi and Bixo for that chance that hit the bar. Against a tied Blacktown, I think if they can move them around, open up some space, they've got the attacking players that can shoot from distance. It's Blacktown looking to make something happen. Jennings fights for possession. Is that another corner? Flag up for offside though. It's APIA that have scored 42 goals this season. Not helping themselves in route of another tonight. Balls like that out of defence. Both sides, unlike them at times, have handed over possession. Key parts of the pitch. It's what the pressure of finals does. Here's Collins. Berry. Mark Crittenden playing linesman. Gets the throw for his side. It's Berry starting to find control in midfield. Collins. Verzi, was he fouled? He was. And here's a chance. Adam Berry over the ball. Sparak is interested too. Dakota Askew perhaps pulling rank. Would take some doing from this kind of range. It's been his delivery that's created the chances. Askew will just sit it up in the air. Lynch wins it in the air. Can't direct it on goal. Jennings picks up the crumbs. There's cries of handball. Blacktown are adamant. Katie Patterson right on the spot. She says we'll have a corner. So the pressure starts them out inside the final 9 minutes of normal time. If we stay level at the 90 minutes, we will go to extra time. And penalties after that. Can Blacktown put a twist in the tail? Delivery's good again. McGill hadn't forced to head it clear. And Askew's delivery has been a feature all night. They just haven't got anyone on the end of it. Well, we had no goals in 90 minutes in that elimination final preceding this one. Sydney United grabbed a couple in extra time to knock out Marconi. Bixo off and running. Touch was poor. Here's Lewis. Is this where those experienced players have been so evident in their finals runs in recent seasons? Lewis is one of those. Araujo too. Gibbs. Is it a familiar name to stand up? Here is Lewis. Tries to find the run of Gibbs. It's been a frustrating night for the Blacktown number 9. Bixo. Here's Chino. He's certainly capable of firing one in from long range. Sean Simmons, another good exponent. McIlhatton. Ball came from Collins. Parisi. Room to move in midfield. Bixo has come the closest to scoring tonight. Diaz. Nice from APIA again. Trying to find the run of Chris Payne, but it was more of a shot that became across. Again, not what was needed. Araujo. Game starting to open up as players start to fatigue. Jennings. Jigs past a couple. Was he fouled? Patterson says yes. And this is a moment because they do have the likes of Joey Gibbs. They can curl them in from this kind of range. Nice work again from Leroy Jennings. I've certainly seen Joey Gibbs score from this part of the pitch. No surprise he's the man picking up the ball. Hardly had a look at goal tonight. He has a golden chance to find a golden goal. So Nachevsky goes with a 5-man wall. Had his fumbles tonight without having a heap of work to do. He is certainly on the job here. A hush over Lambert Park. This is the moment for Blacktown. Joey Gibbs tries it straight into the wall. Went to power it through instead of curling it into the top corner as we've seen before. There's a player down. I think it's Paul Galimi. It's Galimi giving the thumbs up saying he's okay. In fact, the APIA captain, Sean Simmons, who I think copped one in the face from that free kick. Good news for Tigers fans, he's A-OK. And this Corey Bixo is changing his boots here on the sideline. So perhaps slipping in these conditions. A bit of dew forming here tonight at Lambert Park. Other than that, pretty idyllic conditions for the players. There's no real breeze to speak of. It's not too cold. And if the commentator's happy, that's half the battle. I'm sure you've enjoyed this one though, wherever you're tuning in from. We're still a way to goal. Here's Chris Payne. Got lucky riding the challenge of Lewis. Wanting support. Simmons the target at the far post. McIlhatton. Second chance to find him. Oh, nearly set up for Payne. He goes down in the area. APIA are adamant. We're playing on though. Bixo with it. Gets in behind. Service is good again. It was McIlhatton set up. And he couldn't direct it. Past Prendergast in goal. Chances have been rare. And again, APIA unable to take one. So 2.5 minutes to complete the 90. We will have I imagine 4 or 5 stoppage. Martamalo thought he was fouled. Playing on. Spirakis. Oh, Jennings, nice control again. Skips his way into the area. Araujo. Joey Gibbs. Turning. Not dealt with from APIA. Just need to get it clear. They'll get a free kick to help him with that. And you feel it's going to be Leroy Jennings that has some sort of impact on this game in deciding a winner. Every time he gets on the ball tonight, he's making something happen. Frustrating night for his strike partner in Joey Gibbs. He looks the most likely. Here's Verzi linking with Gibbs. Bixo. McIlhatton. Nice work from the midfielder. Gets it back from Bixo. Those two will continue with it. Bixo provides the service. Spirakis had to be clean. Flag was up anyway, so we'll come all the way back. So time almost up here at Lambert Park. 4th official preparing his board. You feel we're going to have another 30 minutes. Uchino. Spirakis says anywhere will do. Uchino. Simmons will have 3 minutes of time added on.
A minimum of 3 minutes at a time.
It might be time to start preparing that hot chocolate or maybe something stronger to get you through extra time and perhaps more. We seem destined for that unless APIA or Blacktown can find a winner in these final moments. APIA looking to do that. Payne across the face. Oh, it almost sat up again for McIlhatton. He does not stop running and he's starting to find some open spaces as this game continues. Araujo, he's another that's starting to have an impact, and no surprise who's across to meet him. McIlhatton again. Blacktown put numbers forward. Collins. Lewis has peeled off. Is he fouled? He is. Amazingly, we haven't seen a card so far tonight. There's been a couple of opportunities, I thought, but credit Katie Patterson. She's let the game flow. And this is a chance. They do have the height advantage at the set piece. Been saying it all night. They've yet to make it pay. Again, it will be Grant Lynch. You think the target. He's so good in the air. Verzi looks to find him. Delivery's good. APIA get it clear enough. Dakota Askew sizing this one up. Deflected. It will be a corner. Fingernails going to mouths all of a sudden at Lambert Park. Things are getting a little tense. Nervous looks in the APIA camp. Can Blacktown surely find a winner here? Across the face it goes, all the way. Joey Gibbs a chance. Cries of handball. Still there for Adam Berry. Well, it's the man you want it to fall to with the game on the line. He just couldn't quite make the connection he needed. They need to get back. As APIA sending troops forward as well. Well done from Kuda. We are just about done, at least for the 90. Weren't expecting a goal fest. Extra time might be something different completely. And we'll need it. Full time here at Lambert Park. Neither side able to break the deadlock. So we will go to extra time, 30 minutes. If we don't have a winner in that, we will go to penalties. Both sides had their chances. Blacktown, again, more dominant going forward, but it's APIA with the better opportunities, and probably should have taken one of them. Corey Bixo hit the crossbar. It's the best chance we've had. Chris Payne as well going close very early in this one. But it's at a knife's edge. A chance to quickly go and grab a drink, stretch the legs, get comfortable again, because we're not done yet. Full time here at Lambert Park in our preliminary semi-final after 90 minutes. APIA 0, Blacktown City FC 0. Short break from us. We'll be back in just a sec. Yes, well, welcome back to Lambert Park. If you are just joining us, we are in extra time. 30 minutes to decide a winner. If not, we will go to a penalty shootout. The winner will play Wollongong at Wynn Stadium on Wednesday night to decide our first team into the grand final on August 31. The loser, they are facing Sydney United 58, also on Wednesday night, and they will play for their lives in that one. Looks as though Blacktown are going to make a change. Their second of the night, Rhett De Silva, to come on, and he's going to take the place of Daniel Araujo.
Substitution for Blacktown City. Coming off is number 8, Daniel Araujo, replaced by number 13, Rhett De Silva.
So Rhett De Silva gets a chance to shine in extra time. And just looking at the two huddles at the end of the 90 minutes, APIA raced out some oranges, going a little bit old school. Blacktown just getting the electrolytes into them. Both have had busy schedules. Games do not stop either. Short turnaround for Wednesday. APIA with 2 substitutions up their sleeve, just the one now for Blacktown. So 15 each way, and then the dreaded penalty shootout. We needed it for our elimination semi-final. We saw goals there. Will we see likewise here at Lambert Park? So extra time underway. APIA have come out firing at the start of both halves. Can they do likewise here in extra time? They've hit the woodwork. They've also cleared off their own line. We've come close. No goals as yet. Sure, the Wollongong players and supporters are loving this. Just sap the energy tank of both of these sides as they await the winner. Payne tries to cushion it in the path of Simmons. Berry needs to win that challenge. He does well. Again, under the pressure of Payne. Still has possession for his side. It's tense stuff at Lambert Park. No one wants to make a mistake. Jennings running again. That battle between he and Waitamalo continuing. Waitamalo loses his footing. Jennings prospers. Can he find a teammate? Try to find the runner Gibbs. Again, probably a little too unselfish. Askew rides the challenge well. Here's Lynch. Big So doing his defensive work. Diaz just dumps it long. Berry gave Lewis a bit of work to do. Did it well though, the Blacktown captain. Askew. Collins. Lynch, it's become a little cagey in this extra time period. Both a little more defensively minded. Uchino not fouled. Collins wins possession for Blacktown. Here's De Silva. Fresh energy off the bench. He gets in the area too. Challenge needed to be right. Cooter it was. Both times of asking. Now Payne. Got one-on-one with Lynch, but couldn't quite reel the ball in. Now Sparakis starting to surge forward, but Verzi was offside anyway. Uchino's ball. Again, it's a long ball in search of a tired forward. I'd love to see them try to find the feet of Payne. Bixo too. With their pace, they can really open up this Blacktown side. Lovely work from Lewis. Berry continues to pull the strings in midfield. De Silva, he's brought impact since coming on. Gibbs giving away a free kick though. You wonder when injuries will start to bite, perhaps. Cramp and fatigue starting to creep in some of these players. Body language suggests they are starting to run a little short of petrol in the tank. Simmons finds Payne. He's a man that can provide a bit of magic. So too that man Jennings. Verzi urged to run at his defender in front of him in Diaz. Still there for Verzi. Now Lynch. APIA getting numbers behind the ball, clogging up those passing lanes. There's an example. Moatamalo read it. Parisi looks to break. Bixo now. Trying to stand up the run of Lewis. Intelligent ball inboard, but well read by De Silva. Parisi wins it back. Wastes little time trying to find Payne. He kills it with the first touch. Important clearance by Sparakis, not for the first time tonight. Now it's Blacktown's turn. Things starting to stretch. Verzi skips past McIlhatton and Moatamalo. Verzi onto the left, still has it. Gets a bit lucky, turning in the area. Playing on for the moment. Jennings, Collins, De Silva. Is he going to have a pop with the right? He does. Get it back here. This time he'll go with the cross, trying to hang it up for Gibbs, but all Ivan Nashevsky. Here's Bixo, streams past Verzi, not Matt Lewis. About halfway through the first period of extra time, still no goals at Lambert Park. Simmons. Uchino. Lacking a little bit of energy. Love to see APIA make a change. Diaz gets to the byline, flashes it across the face. Was that a touch from Askew? No, says referee Patterson. It's whether you... problem for the coaches is, do they go with experience or do they go with some fresh legs and a bit of energy, but maybe having to turn to a bit of inexperience? In APIA's case, someone like Don Nasrabadi would provide some real pace, but hasn't played in too many finals in this level. And do you go with someone like Nick Stavroulakis, who really has played in all occasions in the NPL New South Wales? It's a chess game. That's why they paid the big money. Parisi, lovely touch. Payne in behind. Chance here for APIA. Forced to backtrack. Still there for the striker. Now Simmons. Throw in for APIA. Haven't really seen Payne with the ball at his feet with an eye for goal. They've kept him under wraps fairly well. McIlhatton sizing up from range. McIlhatton through bodies all. Prendergast forced to save. He would have seen it late. Did just enough. Right idea from Sam McIlhatton. Had room to shoot. Prendergast wouldn't have expected it. He wouldn't have seen it too late too. There was a host of bodies. Now they need to get organised too. Uchino's delivery goes all the way to the far post. One in the air by Kuda. It's pinballing around again. Payne on the end of it. Blacktown need to get it clear. Is that a penalty? It is! Katie Patterson points to the spot. Sean Simmons, the man fouled. And she had no hesitation in handing APIA a penalty. Blacktown had opportunities to get it clear. They didn't. Simmons went to the deck and they have a penalty. It is Chris Payne to take. 21 goals this season. Missed by an inch in the opening moments. This is where you want your main man to show confidence. A huge moment in this one. Lambert Park holds its breath. Payne v Prendergast. Here's Payne from the penalty spot for APIA. He makes no mistake. Finds the bottom corner. Cool as you like. And APIA break the deadlock. And now it's Blacktown who need to respond in quick time.
Chris Payne.
Well, it's 6 in 6 for Chris Payne. And in the big moment, their main man was ice cool. Still Blacktown question the decision. Those cries will make no difference as Nick Stavroulakis looks to be coming on for APIA. So too James Demetriou for Blacktown City FC. And there's still time, 18 minutes left in extra time. You sense one goal would be the difference. Can they go on with it here? Bixo in behind, only has Payne with him. This could certainly kill it here. Bixo's poor, Payne stretching. Prendergast saving. Parisi looks to be coming off for APIA. He's dealing with cramp at the moment. Bursey wants a free kick, not forthcoming. In fact, it was Joey Gibbs. And McIlhatton still running. Just a goal kick. Parisi down. He's going to get some attention. It will allow Blacktown perhaps to make their change. So Nick Stavroulakis is the man they go to protect this one goal lead. It looked as though McIlhatton was going to make way, but given Parisi is struggling, perhaps it will be changed to him as he takes the applause. The fourth official is about to tell us. It will be Parisi. So Stavroulakis on.
Substitution for APIA coming off, number 10. Maestro, Franco Parisi. Replaced by number 23, Nick Stavroulakis.
So James Demetrio awaits to come on as well for Blacktown as they look at throwing the kitchen sink at APIA. Try to pull the goal back. You feel a second will be good night and thank you. And can they find it here? Simmons in behind. McIlhatton turning in the area. He's got Payne in support if he can find him. Still there, McIlhatton. Needed to get the head up and find Payne. He was unmarked on the edge of the area. Collins. Pass is not sticking. Change coming here. 2 minutes of time added on. Still James Demetrio waiting. Remains to be seen who they'll take off. I assume it will be a defender for an attacker. High foot from Stavroulakis. Here's Spirakis for Blacktown. 2 meetings this season, ended 1-1. Will we have a third? Or can APIA find another goal and ice this one? Spirakis has left this one short. Prendergast has to race out. Nice feet from the keeper under the pressure of Payne. Well, if you're just tuning in, you've missed a fair bit. We are in extra time. It is APIA 1. Penalty from Chris Payne, the difference. Blacktown City FC 0. They look for an equaliser. The final seconds of the first half of extra time. Lewis's ball's a good one. Oh, Gibbs slept at the worst possible time. Lynch fighting with McIlhatton. Collins in support. Instead they go the way of Lewis. That is it, half time in extra time. In a half where the deadlock was broken. It came from the penalty spot. Chris Payne gave the penalty. Slotted it into the bottom corner. And now Blacktown are going to make that change. So Grant Lynch is going to make way for Blacktown, and James Demetrio now comes on. So it's a defender for an attacker. Don't know that Grant Lynch was all too happy in coming off, but when you're chasing a goal, decisions you need to make. They have made all their changes now, Blacktown, so they have 15 minutes to rescue this one. If not, it'll be APIA taking on Wollongong on Wednesday night. They will have a home elimination semi between Blacktown and City United 58 if it stays how it is. Just when you think you know how things are going to go, in the NPL New South Wales men's, things change very quickly. So 15 minutes, it's all Blacktown have to find a way back into this one. If we remain level after this period of extra time, we'll go to penalties. Here's De Silva. Fighting well to get the better of Bixo. That change for Lynch is a surprising one, given he is such an asset at the set piece too, with his height advantage. Maybe they've seen the energy starting to lapse a little in their number 5. APIA still have a change up their sleeve if needed. Well won by Dakota Askew. Sets Galimi backpedaling, lets it bounce. Oh, that's a high foot surely. And this is a chance. Number 1 rule for a defender, don't let it bounce in that part of the pitch. Compounded that by giving away a free kick. And have they opened the door ever so slightly? Mason Verzi. Both he and Askew are exponents of the set piece. And when they need something special, looks as though Verzi's going to fashion this one on his left boot. Nervy moment to contend with here for the Tigers. They're going to leave it for Verzi. Curls it straight into the path of Chris Payne. Not just scoring goals, getting in the way of them too. Don't know if the short option was the best option there for Blacktown. Would have liked to have seen Verzi just have a go himself. Always easier up here in the commentary box, of course. Free kick, go the way of Blacktown. Sent long by Spirakis, one in the air by Moatamalo. Falls to Askew, tries his luck. And Nechevsky behind it. Verzi. Jennings has drifted out of things a little. Tries to play the pass to Gibbs. Right idea, just too much on that one. Spirakis. He's won everything in the air tonight for a player of small stature. Simmons, McKill Haddon. Interesting to see who the Football New South Wales journalists decide is the man of the match tonight, but I'll be casting some votes in the direction of the APIA number 12. I think Chris Payne will feature as well. That's if they win it. It's not done yet. Nicino just thumps it in the direction of Bixo. Nice control from the number 8. Turning well. Not troubling Prendergast. Moatamalo contends with that one. It's opened up. Jennings jinking on the edge of the area. Leroy Jennings just paused Stavroulakis it was, making the tackle. He's been a little bit gun shy at times tonight in front of goal. Leroy Jennings cost him again there as they send the troops forward. Blacktown, and it's another set piece for them. Haven't turned one into a goal just yet. To the far post it goes. APIA win it. Another corner. Came off Chris Payne last. Far post again. No one marking out there for APIA. Control. Let Blacktown down. It was Collins. Bit route one from Blacktown as fatigue starts to creep in. Yannis Barakis getting a bit of treatment beneath Our broadcast position here at Lambert Park. He starts to struggle with cramp. Chris Payne too. So it plays from both sides, starting to really start to feel the pinch. Delivery's good. Chance here for Gibbs. Well read. Just couldn't quite get on the end of it. What has been a frustrating night for the Blacktown number 9. Sparakis wins it again for Blacktown. Not a lot of industry from either side. Here in extra time as well and truly feel the pinch. Payne takes it to the corner flag, trying to work his way to a corner. Just a goal kick though. So less than 10 minutes remain here in extra time. Time not the friend of Blacktown right now. Here's Askew. Goes with the long ball. Dimitriou, nice touch. To the area they go. Dimitriou turning well. Can he fashion something? Curling. Not enough though to trouble Nachevsky in goal. It's positive from Blacktown though. First real sighting of James Dimitriou. Shows his quality though. Spirakis. Verzi does well to keep it in. Cries of talk from Verzi. Often the first thing to go as players get tired. Simmons goes with the long ball, bending it well to keep Payne on side. Is this a chance for APIA to put a bit of ice on this one? Gets to the byline, goes to the corner flag. APIA bench urging him to try to find a second and really kill this one off. Stavroulakis. Uchino keeps possession well. Bixo. Is that a free kick? Just a throw to APIA. Might be time for APIA to make their third change. Some tired players out there. Somehow that man's not one of them. Sam McGill-Haddon. So Dom Nasrabadi has been told to warm up, so we will see him momentarily. Final change for APIA. Stavroulakis had to win the ball, couldn't do so though. Gibbs. Askew. Sean Simmons just taking his time to get to his feet after that challenge. Here's Rhett De Silva. Verzi turning. Needed to just play a ball back to De Silva. Spirakis. Nice work between De Silva and Verzi, the two players that have come off the bench for Blacktown, trying to add a bit of spark. Askew's delivery's good. Nachevsky there though. Read that off the boot. Here's McGill-Haddon. Blacktown looking a little stretched as they get increasingly desperate to find an equaliser. Jennings Gibbs. De Silva. Oh, had Jennings clear. Uchino got enough off it though. So change is coming for APIA. So 4.5 minutes remain for Blacktown to rescue this one and take us to a penalty shootout. Or do they have more than one goal in them? Set up a gripping finale. McKill had it across. In cover again. Not for the first time. He's on the ball once again, and just as I praise him, he hands it back at a crucial time. De Silva. Blacktown just have troops surging forward. Service needed to be better. Spirakis, will he pull the trigger? Sets it for Verzi. Goes down in the area. Wants a corner. It's going to be a goal kick. Change being made for APIA. It's going to be Chris Payne to make way.
Substitution for APIA. Coming off number 6. Chris Payne.
Chris Payne will make way. He has worked his butt off tonight. He is the difference again, as he's been in the last few weeks for APIA. 6 in his last 6. What a time for your main man to find form and start banging in the goals. Looks a little gingering coming off. We hope it's just a bit of fatigue rather than an injury. As Daniel Collins looks to just help him off. But Payne checks out with a penalty, and a crucial penalty for APIA. Dom Nasrabadi is on. 3 minutes remain for Blacktown. It's not do or die, but it will be next week if they can't reverse this one. Sydney United await the loser. Wollongong await the winner. Spirakis finds Demetriou. Jennings can't reel that one in. They'll just go long and set Nasrabadi on the chase, and there's a sign of that pace I spoke of. Now, APIA saying Prendergast is outside the area, but Katie Patterson well placed again. Safety first from Maitamalo. Collins. Askew can provide something special. That man too, Gibbs. Back to Askew. Final moments here for Blacktown. Verzi on the left boot. Thought he might size it up. Second chance at it, Verzi into a host of bodies. Take 2 for Blacktown. Getting everyone back. Askew hangs it up. Jennings, edge of the area. Chance here for Blacktown. They'll get a corner. Is this the final chance? 1 minute remains. Why not throw everyone forward? Prendergast stays for now. Almost the last kick at Lambert Park. Can Blacktown find an equaliser? Not with that. Plenty looking at the watch. Particularly those in APIA colours. It is almost done. Askew. Demetriou did well to control it. Did that hit the arm of Stavroulakis? APIA away here. 3-on-3 at the back. Uchino thought about trying his luck. Nasrabadi in behind. Prendergast has to come. This would seal it. Still there for Simmons. Is this a chance to make it 2-0? Simmons onto the right. We'll have 2 minutes of time added on. Verzi has Galimi all over him. May they rue that missed opportunity from Nasrabadi. Spirakis. Lewis. Just hanging up on the edge of the area. Here's a chance. Gibbs peels off well. It's an equaliser for Blacktown. In the final seconds, the pressure's paid. And just as APIA was starting to unfurl the champagne, Joey Gibbs has scored again for Blacktown. He's hardly had a look tonight, and he's made it 1-1 at the death.
Joe Gibbs. APIA Leichhardt 1, Blacktown City 1.
And we are off to penalties shortly. Well, they just never say die. And yet again, it's his third goal in 5 games against APIA. He has a knack of scoring here at Lambert Park as well. And just when you felt this one was done, Blacktown spring a surprise. What did I say earlier about the NPL New South Wales? You never know what's going to happen, and is there another twist perhaps? Uchino. APIA looks stunned from that goal. They're not at penalties yet. And that chance to Nasrabadi intensifies. Can APIA win it here? Moatamalo. Nasrabadi has support coming at the far post. Simmons unmarked for the moment. McIlhatton's ball to Prendergast. Unmoved to Blacktown man. Time is up. And there it is. We will go to a penalty shootout in the preliminary semi-final. Just when APIA thought they had done enough, Joey Gibbs steals in and makes it 1-1. And that is the mark of a man of Joey Gibbs' calibre. Out of the contest for much of the night. Turns a half chance into a golden goal. And they'll go to the spot. And you sense the Blacktown number 9 is going to have an impact there too. Well, the 2 meetings in the regular season ended 1-1. This is exactly how we've finished this one in extra time. 0 after 90 minutes. Chris Payne with a penalty, and Joey Gibbs with an unbelievable strike in the final seconds. And it's the number 9s who have done the damage to now. It's the keepers now that will prove the match winners. Reminder, while we have a chance, that grand final tickets are on sale now, August 31 at Bankwest Stadium. Historic first competitive game. Ticketek have tickets on sale. There is an early bird sale on at the moment, so get in there, get organised, grab your tickets now. This is what you'll be seeing. This drama that is unlike anything. We couldn't split them after 90. We can't split them after extra time. If you haven't caught up with the results Earlier today, Sydney United defeated Marconi by 2-0 after extra time. Patrick Antolmi scored a double. So Marconi have been eliminated. They will play in the FFA Cup on Wednesday night against Melbourne City FC out at Marconi Stadium. While Sydney United, they'll also be in action on Wednesday night against the loser here, while the winner will travel to Wynn Stadium, Wollongong, where they'll be 90 minutes from a grand final. APIA, well, they were 90 seconds from that showdown. They've played in the last 2 grand finals without winning a championship. Blacktown have had a 2-year absence. So we go to penalties. This will test the mettle of both keepers and takers. Payne's already slotted one, but he's been substituted, so he can't take one here. I don't think anyone's moved at home. It's all very tense here at Lambert Park. So start to congregate behind that goal. Well, last time these two went to extra time, it was an FFA Cup game where Blacktown really ran away with things that night. APIA lost on penalties here at Lambert Park in the finals last season in week 1. And APIA are going to go first. It's going to be Temba Moatamalo. He will make that lonely walk. You can practice them all you want in training, but you can't replicate this. First up for APIA, it's Moatamalo. Can he start things positively? Prendergast has made some important saves tonight. They don't get much more important. Here's Moatamalo from the spot for APIA. He scores down the middle, stayed composed. Prendergast went the wrong way. Now the captain takes on the responsibility, Matt Lewis. The pressure goes back on Blacktown. Wouldn't have been thinking penalties 5 minutes ago. Here's Lewis. Vinichevsky to keep it level. Lewis from the spot. He takes it well. Finds the bottom corner. And 2 ticks for both Lewis and Moatamalo. Sam McIlhatton up next. He has been great tonight. Did not stop running. Football is a cruel game though, and things can turn pretty quickly. McIlhatton from the spot. Restore the advantage to APIA. Here's McIlhatton. Dispatched well. Prendergast went the right way, but ideal height from McIlhatton. APIA, 2 from 2. So now Dakota Askew. to keep things level at 2-2 in the shootout. Askew v. Nichevsky. He scores. Well taken again. Goes into the bottom left, and Nichevsky stood no chance. Now the captain for APIA, Sean Simmons. He's been a regular penalty taker at times in recent seasons. Chris Payne took on the job this year. He's experienced, a real leader of the Tigers. Can he keep them perfect from the penalty spot here tonight? Against Prendergast. Simmons finds the top corner. Again, Prendergast went the right way, but had the power on it. Simmons makes it 3-2 in the shootout. Mason Verzi. Been in the starting side in recent weeks, off the bench tonight. One of the young emerging players for Blacktown. It will test that inexperience here. Verzi against Nichevsky. Can he keep things level? He can. Nichevsky went the right way. It went under the keeper. And 3-3. Now Adrian Uccino. All stayed composed to this point. Prendergast has guessed the right way. The last two penalties. Hasn't got a hand on it yet. Can it change here? Adrian Uccino from the spot for APIA. It may have kissed the crossbar on the way through, but it matters little. It found the back of the net. And they are 4 from 4.
You can just tell with
Joey Gibbs will make the walk for Blacktown. The man that made it 1-1 in the dying moments. Scored from the penalty spot in the regular season just 3 weeks ago. He needs to think back to that day here, right now. Joey Gibbs from the spot. It's saved by Nichevsky. He was the hero just a few moments ago, and how quickly fortunes turn in football. Nichevsky saves with his feet, and it's the first blemish for Blacktown. And this will win it. Tynan Diaz. Well, there you have it. Joey Gibbs. It can be a cruel game, can't it? Tynan Diaz with a chance to put APIA into a preliminary final against Wollongong. They've been perfect from the spot till now. Can he keep things here for APIA? Diaz, he wins it for the Tigers. They were made to work for it late, just as they were celebrating. Well, they can start celebrations now. And for the third successive year, they are 90 minutes from a grand final. They did it the hard way. But when the pressure was applied from the penalty spot, they were perfect. 5 from 5. And it's a cruel game at times. Joey Gibbs was the hero in the dying moments of extra time, but it's he who misses the penalty. And that means they will play an elimination semi-final with Sydney United 58 on Wednesday night. That will be at Lilyholme Stadium, while Wollongong will await APIA at Wynn Stadium also on Wednesday night. Make sure you tune in to the NPL New South Wales website for all the details on those. We will have live coverage of both. And it's just week 1. We've had extra time in one game, penalties in the other. What's to come before we get to the grand final on August 31 at Bankwest. Blacktown can hold their heads high. APIA, they have an opportunity to book their place in the grand final again. It's been an epic. Thanks for your company. It's been a long one. I'm sure we'll have your company Wednesday night as well when we do it all again. It is getting special all of a sudden in the NPL New South Wales men's. My name's Adam Santarossa. Thanks for your company. I'll see you on Wednesday night.